is on. Fantastic. Well, good morning. Good morning. Before we start, if you'll just join me and we'll silence our phones and any other electronics that you have. So we can focus on our graduates today. Also, following the ceremony, there will be a reception in the entryway, and so you'll please join us afterwards. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Learn Homeschool graduation for the class of 2026. My name is Dr. Anise Niedrich, and I have the honor of serving as your MC today. Before gaining 4 college degrees, I was a homeschool graduate myself. Homeschooling allowed me to build a foundation of independent investigation for truth. My eldest son will graduate next year, and we have been proud members of Learn for 9 years. Learn has been a source of friendship, support, encouragement, and belonging for our family. We've learned alongside one another, celebrated milestones together, and built relationships that I know will last beyond our homeschool years. For those of you who are joining us today as family, friends, and guests, the Learn Home Education Network is a collaborative community serving secular homeschool families throughout Kansas City. Learn exists to help families connect, find meaningful support, and pursue their educational journeys with confidence, curiosity, and joy. Learn is a community of families that learn and grow together, and I know you'll see that when you look at all the presentations and the families that are here. I think you'll see our close bond. Today we gather to celebrate a remarkable group of graduates. Each of them has followed their own unique path, shaped by their own interests, talents, challenges, and achievements. Their journeys remind us that education is not one size fits all, that learning can flourish in many different forms. To our graduates, we are honored to recognize you all that you have accomplished, and we're excited to see where your next adventures take you. At this time, it is my pleasure to invite the class of 2026 and begin our procession of graduates.
John at the bar is a friend of mine. He gets me my drinks for free, and he's quick with a joke or to light up your smoke, but there's some place that he'd rather be. He says, Bill, I believe this is killing me, as a smile ran away from his face. Well, I'm sure that I could time for a wife. And so take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
I'd like to invite Kieran Ford to come up for your presentation.
This is an original poem that I wrote this semester during my creative writing class. I really enjoyed it. Teacher was a little boring, but I wrote some fun stuff. This poem is entitled Raised by the Stars. Since we were babies, you watched from above, a bright shining light above where we lie. You saw as we cried and helped wipe our tears. You cheered as we grew and clapped while you knew that one day your light wouldn't shine as bright. As that change happens, we look to the sky, glance up through telescopes and open old albums, but the stars we see are only a picture, an echo of something that now grows quite old. Their light isn't gone, only reflected. Our lives will shine brighter now, blessed by the time that was gifted to us, the millions of memories wrapped up in our heads, our physical changes chiseled like stone, flashes of electricity caught by synaptic plasticity, moments in time that are never forgotten, but live on inside us, replayed and enshrined. One day when your light is fully burnt out, I'll step out at night and glance at the sky. I'll see a new star, winking and bright. I'll smile and wave and know that you're there. While we all die and our light flickers out, we don't disappear. The reflection lives on, for we are just stardust, woven in time.
Thank you. Next, we'll welcome Maylee Lucille Hanning.
I didn't write any sort of intro to this, so we'll just hop right into it. Here I have 20 weird animal facts that you probably did not want to know. Let's see. First, we have Greenland sharks. Greenland sharks can also often be found with eye parasites that will attach itself to the shark's eye and cause it to go blind. Nudibranchs, especially from the Aeolida, prey on cnidarians, which are jellyfish, anemones, and corals. Aeolida are impervious to the cnidarian's stinging cells and are able to reuse these stinging cells for their own self-defense. Tiger shark babies have to go through what I call the equivalent of the Hunger Games before they are born. Tiger sharks are ovoviviparous, meaning that their eggs hatch inside of the mother shark and it gives the effect of live birth. The first baby to hatch inside the mother tiger shark will eat all the other unhatched babies and the weaker ones. Dolphins have been seen taking turns biting down on pufferfish to get high off of the pufferfish's toxins, which is tetrodotoxin, which is the world's deadliest neurotoxin. In small amounts, it causes numbness and tingling sensations. This next one has some gross photos, so if you're squeamish. Cookie cutter sharks get their name from their circular jaws and bite. Cookie cutter sharks attach to their prey and spin their jaw around to cut out a circular bite of the creature's flesh or blubber. Arachnophobia warning. Oh, no. We have huntsman spiders, which have a track record of causing panic on the roads of Australia. Huntsman spiders prefer small, tight spaces to live in, which can make a car's sun visor the perfect spot to hide. Because of this, there have been a handful of car crashes caused by huntsman spiders when drivers pull down their sun visor. Stonefish are considered the world's most venomous fish. Stonefish have spines down its back that act as hypodermic needles, and when contacted will inject verocotoxin, which causes severe pain and, if untreated, death. Stonefish spines have been known to pierce through boot soles. Honey badgers are incredibly tough animals that are known for their bad attitude. Honey badgers have very tough, loose skin that stretches when they are attacked, which allows them to survive being pulled on by hyenas and lions. Another gross photo. We have hagfish, which are bottom-feeding jawless fish that, when under stress, can produce gallons of a snotty slime substance to clog a predator's gills and mouth. Platypus are one of the only mammals known to produce venom. Only males produce venom, and it's suspected that it is used during breeding season to assert dominance over other males. Aye-ayes are an endangered lemur native to Madagascar. Aye-ayes are nocturnal and prey on small insects. The way they do this is by tapping their long middle finger against a tree to listen for bugs. When they hear them, they will chew a tiny hole in the tree and use their middle finger to dig it out. Ring-tailed lemurs live in large family groups of 20 to 30 lemurs, and to avoid causing injury to each other during the mating season, during sparring, males will rub their tail through the stink glands on their wrists and shoulders and flick their tails into the opponent's face. This goes on until one of the males back down. For anglerfish, meeting another one of their species is a rare event, which can make mating difficult. To solve this, male anglerfish will bite onto the female and catch a ride with her wherever she goes. When alligator eggs are incubating, the temperature of the underground nest will determine the gender of the baby. Temps of 84 degrees Fahrenheit and under produce a female clutch, and temperatures of 93 degrees Fahrenheit and higher produce a male clutch. When it comes to the mating season, smaller male cuttlefish may have a harder time finding a female because the larger males will keep them all underneath them. To get around this, smaller males have been spotted changing their patterns and behaviors to act like females to sneak under the big males to get their girl. When turkey vultures feel threatened, they can forcefully vomit all of the half-digested food from their crop, as well as some of their stomach acid to temporarily distract potential predators. Sparing most of the details, baby koalas are born without any immunity to the highly toxic eucalyptus plant, which is the koala's only food source. To build this immunity, the baby koala will sit near the mother's back and eat her feces. Secretary birds eat a wide variety of small insects and reptiles, and they use their legs to stomp their food to death. A secretary bird's stomp force can be up to 5 times their body weight, and they have a high resistance to many snake venoms. Orcas have one of the strongest bite forces in the animal kingdom, with an orca bite being between 18,000 to 19,000 psi. For comparison, a great white shark bite is around 4,000 psi, and a Nile crocodile's bite force is around 5,000 psi. And we have crocodile monitors. Crocodile monitors will eat almost anything. Their curved teeth help them prey on faster animals, and their teeth are large, so I have a comparison up on screen. The one furthest from me is a crocodile monitor's skull, and the closer one is a Komodo dragon. Thank you. I hope this has broadened your knowledge on the animal kingdom, while also maybe slightly weirding you out. Thank you for listening, and remember that your choices matter when it comes to conservation.
Thank you. Next, we'd like to welcome up Khalil Hassan. Oh, no. Okay. All right. We're going to applaud for Khalil. Okay. Next, Eleanor. Corinne Thurman Leslie.
Hey, my name is Eleanor Leslie, and my life, well, it's pretty crazy. I'm sorry, I told my mom I would say that, so I had to say it. It is an honor to speak before you today. If you don't recognize me, just like imagine me, but like without the cap and gown, because that's what I look like normally. I have been a part of Learn since I was very little, and in all honesty, it's hard to remember a time when I wasn't a member. I have met some of my closest friends as a part of this organization, many of whom I already watched graduate last year and start their own journeys, but it's finally our turn now. We've all gotten taller, smarter, and funnier since we started, which makes it even harder to say goodbye. I'm not bluffing when I say that I've met some of the most interesting and talented people I've ever known as a part of this class, and I've never once regretted being a part of it. School may be over, but the rest of our lives are just beginning. We will change and grow, and honestly, that is the most exciting part of this whole experience. I'm so excited to meet the people that you will become. I would like to thank all the lovely people who have volunteered with Learn, taught classes, and opened their vehicles for endless carpooling and make events like this graduation happen. You really make this place feel like home. Additionally, I would like to thank my mom, who drove me to all the way to the city like 4 times a week and always has something funny to say when I'm feeling down, and my dad, who always makes me feel like my presence is wanted and will let me lay on him no matter how old I get. I would like to thank my siblings, Arthur, who was my first best friend and still asks me how work was every day, June, who is a talented artist and I know loves me even if she acts nonchalant about it, and Wilder, who will always be a baby in my eyes. I would like to close with the words of this really niche band a few of you may know called the Beatles. Nothing you can make that can't be made. No one you can save that can't be saved. Nothing you can do, but you can learn how to be you in time. It's easy. All you need is love. Thank you, and I'll catch you on the flip side.
Next, Marley. Oh, Fern, that's right. Please welcome Fern Rolling, who's speaking for Marley Mattingly.
Sorry, excuse the camera, I'm taking photos for this event. Hi, if you don't already know me, my name is Fern Rolling, and I have the honor of speaking for Marley. Marley has been my best friend since she was 13. I'm so lucky to be able to say that I'm hers too. She gets me, and I get her. People often refer to Marley as shy or quiet, but I can confidently say that she's anything but quiet. For example, my family went camping, and I of course brought her along. We somehow came to the conclusion after playing cards all night that singing the theme song from Sophia the First would get us closer to finishing our game. My family came in and we were shut down pretty quick. Obviously, she isn't that quiet if we could be heard from an entire cabin over. This is just one instance. I'd tell you more, but we'd be here all day. There hasn't been a day that I'm not overwhelmed with gratitude that I get to be a part of this extraordinary person's world. I've been able to watch her grow as an actress, an artist, and a student. All of this making her the beyond amazing woman we see today. And I cannot wait to continue to watch her find her way. As kids, we would talk about milestones like this as if they were this out-of-reach thing that we'd never get to. But then, as the years went by, things would sneak up on us. And all of a sudden, we're both driving, have jobs, and graduation is only 2 months away. A while ago, Marley and I were on the phone talking about how she was nervous to graduate and didn't want to do the ceremony. I told her that she should play a character on stage to make it easier, a character that's confident and excited to graduate. In typical Fern and Marley fashion, we spent the rest of the night coming up with a character and an elaborate backstory for her. But I don't think Marley had to play that character today. I think she's really, truly able to be herself on this stage. I think that's a testament to how much she'll grow in the future. Whether she continues acting or follows an entirely different path, stays in Kansas City or moves away, no matter how much she changes or how far away she is, I'll always be her best friend. So Marley, to quote the Beatles, there's nowhere you can be that isn't where you're meant to be.
Please join me. We'll welcome Elliot James Rolling.
Hello all. Growth and change of character are difficult to divine at a single moment. Usually, change is only visible in retrospect. We realize years later that a conversation has altered us, or that a particular day quietly divided our lives to before and after. More often than not, change is just a feeling without really any exact date. But today is unusual. We are conscious of the transition as it occurs. We are standing at the edge of one chapter of our lives while already feeling the uncertainty of the next. And maybe uncertainty is the right place to be in. When we were younger, many of us imagined that growing up meant arriving at certainty about who we are, what we want to believe, and what kind of life we want to live. But as we have become older, the more complicated the world appears. We learn that the more you know, the more you don't know. High school has simply not just filled us with information, it has gradually revealed how much there is to question about the world, about other people, and about ourselves. Because identity is stranger than we often admit. We speak about ourselves as though we are fixed and continuous, but over these years, every one of us is a continuous amalgamation of our own experiences. Opinions have shifted, friendships have formed and disappeared, interests become ambitions or vanish entirely. Some parts of ourselves have strengthened while others have quietly faded away. And yet, while we were changing, most of us barely noticed it happening. We humans experience transformation in fragments, not all at once, but slowly through routines, conversations, disappointments, discoveries, and time. A person does not change overnight. They change gradually, till one day they look back and realize that they are no longer who they thought they once were. Our continuous change means that there may never be a final version of ourselves waiting somewhere in the future, but we can also be comforted in the fact that we are never confined entirely to what and who we have been. We are not finished. We never are. And maybe that is what education at its best is meant to teach us. Not simply what to think, but how to live in thoughtful relationship with uncertainty. How to question our assumptions, how to remain open to complexity instead of retreating into blissful ignorance. And perhaps maturity is not the process of finding answers to all of our questions, but the resolve to keep asking questions. Today, we celebrate achievement. But I think we are also recognizing something more subtle, growth. We are who we are now. Fuck, I messed it up. Who we are now was built simply and slowly through thousands of ordinary moments, because time does not simply pass through us, it shapes us. So as we leave this place, maybe the goal is not to become certain, finished, or complete. The goal is simply to remain willing to grow, willing to think deeply, to change honestly, and to continue becoming. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2026.
Thank you. I want to take a quick moment to thank Russ and B, who are helping us with the AV today. So we'll just say thank you so much for their help. I really appreciate it. I have the pleasure of introducing our speaker for today. And one of the things that makes homeschooling really special is that no family does it alone. Along the way, we find mentors and encouragers, volunteers, teachers, and friends who become part of our village. They show up, lend a hand, share their wisdom, and help create the community that makes this journey possible. Our commencement speaker today is one of those people, Tina Tasulas. She is a former Learn Board member, a longtime volunteer, and someone who has poured countless hours into supporting this community and the families within it. For many of it, including our family, Tina has been the village that helped make Learn feel welcoming, connected, and strong. Today, we're grateful for her leadership, her service, and her heart for this community. Please join me in welcoming her as our speaker today.
Take off my glasses. Hi, my name is Tina Tasulas, and I am humbled and honored to have been asked to speak today. I want to thank the Learn Board, the graduation volunteer team, and all the Learn families for including me in this wonderful network of people. I joined Learn in 2016 when my son was 3 1/2. I had been lurking on the Facebook page for quite a while, curious about how this homeschool thing worked. When they put out a call for Circle volunteers, I decided to sign up because why not dive in? That's how you learn, right? After a year of loving Circle, I signed my son up for chess club at Scene, and we quickly fell in love with our unschooled school days. A short time later, I began teaching my favorite class offering, Crochet Club. I continued volunteering more, hosting other Circle events, and helping other parent teachers when I could. I discovered a passion for sharing fiber arts and connecting with the kids and the adults in the Learn community. I felt like I had come home. After a while, my all-in attitude led to me joining the board. I felt humbled and excited for that opportunity. So excited that I spent 5 consecutive years on the team. In those years, I worked with some of the most amazing, inspiring people I've ever met to keep Learn going and to grow this fantastic community. In my time in the Learn community, I've learned about humility, openness, vulnerability, tenacity, of how to listen as well as I speak, to work to make relationship repairs, to know the desire to create a safe space. I had a lot of thinking to do when I sat down to work out what I wanted to bring to this ceremony today. I thought back over the last 10 years of my time in the Learn community, how finding this group of humans changed the course of my life, of my son's life, and of our homeschooling journey. I reminisced about our first circle class, where Tom Ford kindly showed my 3-year-old how to hit a baseball off a tee. I looked back at all the scene class days, the teens helping set up the classrooms, the holiday event chaos, the parents arranging cleanup schedules, sign-in tables, and watching the kids play in the gym so other parents could teach amazing classes. Over and over, my mind found these delightful moments of people caring for each other and watching out for every person in the community. I remembered harder conversations and the resulting growth that they brought. I recalled so many real moments of vulnerable connection, and then I found it. The thing that I would love to talk with you today about is community. Herman Melville said that we cannot live only for ourselves. 1,000 fibers connect us with our fellow humans. In the last decade, I have learned so much about what I feel a true community looks like. It looks like learn. It looks like conversation, disagreement, asking for help and giving help, coming together when things are easy and when things are hard. There are thousands, billions of fibers that connect Learn members to each other. We bring education, unique experiences, empathy, extra hands, lots of extra snacks, extra ears, lots of brain power, and lots of love. I've had the honor and privilege of watching you graduates grow up connected and woven into this amazing community. I will never forget being a newer Learn member, hanging out in the gym at W.E.B. Du Bois, watching Kieran and Khalil set up fantastic games for my kid to play. They taught him dodgeball, sharks and minnows, and many games that I have no idea how to describe. They let him be rowdy. They accepted him into their play, and they made him feel big and confident. I've watched them grow and pursue their passions. Kieran mastering acting and dancing and singing with exuberance. Khalil dominating sports and building his own car detailing business. Kieran and Khalil, you have made such a positive impact on my son and many other young kids, as well as your peers. Your kind demeanors, playful attitudes, and ability to be your own unique selves really lit up the Learn community. I was privileged to see Eleanor and Elliot at community activities. While we didn't get to interact a ton, I remember how impactful your presence was for others. They could be found caring for siblings, laughing with friends, and helping out in many ways. I hear Eleanor loved taking all the theater classes and always went above and beyond making those Valentine's Day boxes before joining the teen group. Elliot was also often found at teen events, and I've heard that he especially had fun at Bump City. I've heard both of your parents talk about all your amazing achievements and thought, how cool that you set your mind on something and you go for it. Your supportive presence often made me smile and know that there were steady friends around for those who needed them. I was really excited to bond over fiber arts with Marley and Maylee, both of whom I had the privilege of teaching crochet. I remember watching Marley come into Stuffy's class that I helped Bethany with. Each week, she would grab her supplies, pick a desk, and get to work. I watched her put together gloves without a pattern or any request for help. Marley, I've always been impressed with your vision and your ability to do what makes you happy without worrying about what anyone else is focused on. Having Maylee in crochet over the years has been such a joy. I watched her go from learning to teaching fairly quickly. Being a leader in Crochet Club, showing people tips and tricks, and designing her own very cool patterns. I have loved seeing Maylee continue lead and learn, hosting Sketch Club, and watching out for younger kids. Marley and Maylee, both of you inspire me with your imagination, your patience for teaching others what you know, and your ability to go in directions that feel right for you. Margaret Mead said, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has." Graduates, it's your time to emerge from the chrysalis of these insulated years and fly into the unknown. You've grown connected by tiny fibers of love and intent from your families and community. Those connections don't break. They live on inside of you. Kurt Vonnegut questions, "What should young people do with their lives today?" He replies, "Many things, obviously. But the daring thing is to create stable communities in which the terrible disease of loneliness can be cured." Some of you are off to college to experience a new way of learning and growing. And some of you are off to explore and carve out your own way of learning out of life. There will be times when you feel lonely, scared, unsure, invincible, powerful, free. All of your experience is valuable and will show you many things about yourself if you let it. David Spangler says, "Some people think they are in community, but they're only in proximity." True community requires commitment and openness. It is a willingness to extend yourself, to encounter and know the other. I challenge you, graduates, to remember community and to build your own meaningful communities out in the world. Stay open. Remember empathy. Remember the feeling of being at your favorite Learn event, surrounded by people who share a common goal, who look out for each other without asking for something in return, and who take joy in shared purpose in life. Take those fibers of connection and weave them around new looms to create gorgeous additions to your already vibrant tapestries. Congratulations to the graduates of 2026. You've done amazing things, and I know we all look forward to seeing where your threads of connection take you. Thank you.
Now's the time that the families have all been waiting for. We're going to present diplomas. So I would like to invite Kieran Thomas Ford and his family.
This certifies that Kieran Thomas Ford, having demonstrated commitment to learning, strength of character, and a successful completion of a rigorous course of study, is hereby awarded this high school diploma, presented today, the 30th day of May 2026. Celebrated with pride for a journey marked by commitment, resilience, and growth, and with great excitement for a future filled with purpose and possibility.
Next, we'd like to welcome Maylee Lucille Hanning and her family.
We proudly present Maylee Lucille Hanning with this high school diploma in recognition of her curiosity, dedication to learning, and completion of high school academic studies.
Next, we'd like to welcome Khalil Hassan and his family.
With this, it is the culmination of Khalil's first 18 years of education, a milestone at which we recognize his many accomplishments and evidence that he has fulfilled our requirements for graduation.
Next, we'd like to welcome Eleanor Corinne Thurman Leslie and her family.
Thursday Homeschool certifies that Eleanor Corinne Thurman Leslie, having accomplished extraordinary gains in both her public and home education, and having demonstrated great personal growth, is hereby awarded this high school diploma.
Next, we have Marlee Ann Mattingly and her family.
With this diploma, it is the culmination of her secondary school education, a milestone at which we recognize her hard work, accomplishments, and evidence that she has fulfilled all requirements for graduation. Presented this 30th day of May, 2026.
And now, please help me welcome Elliot James Rowling and his family.
With deep love and immense pride, we honor the dedication, growth, and character of our son, Elliot James Rowling, by presenting him with this high school diploma.
As we come to the close of today's ceremony, I want to take a moment to celebrate the families of our graduates. Actually, first, do we want to take a picture? Do you want them to center? We'll bring them to the... Yeah.
Assume the position.
There you go. We're going to take a moment and just celebrate the families. A celebration of your sacrifice, your flexibility, your willingness to learn right alongside your children. You've spent countless hours researching topics you never expected to study, seeking out resources and opportunities, advocating for what your children needed, and marveling as they discovered their own gifts. Over the years, you've worn many hats. You've been the teachers, mentors, tutors, guidance counselors, coaches, bus drivers, nurses and custodians, cooks and nutritionists, principals. Most importantly, you have been a steady source of encouragement, love, and support. Look at this. Thank you for your countless hours, the unseen work, the perseverance, and the belief that this day could be possible. This celebration belongs to you too. Graduates, your education has not been defined by a single classroom curriculum or path. It's been shaped by curiosity, initiative, perseverance, and the willingness to keep learning. And those qualities will serve you well wherever life leads you next. As a homeschool graduate, I can tell you that the ability to learn independently has served me well, and it's a wonderful gift. Continue to be curious. Continue to build a life that reflects your values, passions, and goals. And now, by the authority vested in absolutely no one except the joy of today, it's my great honor to present the Learn Home Education Network graduating class of 2026. I believe we have a cue the music moment, maybe.